Hello and welcome to this how to help video on percentage increase and decrease. Now, in order to be able to access this, you need to know how to do a multiplier. So if you are already fine with that, then we're good to go. But if you're not, it's advisable to follow the link that I've put into the description so you can have a quick look at those multipliers before you do this particular video. Okay, so percentage increase and decrease. So let's look at a question. Let's increase £78 by 12%. Now, any increase or decrease question uses a formula. So we want to see a question like this and link it to this formula, okay? It is original times multiplier, hence multiplier, hence the importance of that, and it equals result. Now, I'm very lazy. I don't write that down every time. I write original times multiplier equals result for short. Okay. Now, it's really, really important that we know when to apply this formula and when not to, because it's not a formula that works on absolutely every single percentage question that we're given. It does work on the vast majority, which is nice. So if you are stuck, it's a great go-to. However, we want to be more confident than that. We want to know this is how this is the formula for this question. So you do the 2-tick test. Okay, 2-tick test. And this is what you're looking for. When you're reading your question, and it doesn't matter how wordy that question is, when you're reading a question, if it's got an actual percentage in it, you give it a tick. That question has 12% in it, so tick. If it's got the word increase, or the story is telling you there is an increase, you get another tick. If you get 2 ticks, you're doing original times multiplier equals result. It is that simple. So you read carefully. Oh, it's an increase, tick. Oh, there's 12%, tick. 2-tick question, original times multiplier equals result. Okay, so my original is 78. I've got 78 and I've got to increase it by 12. So my original is 78. So I'm going to place it under the word original. I've got to times by the multiplier. This is the work I have to put in. The calculator can never do this for me. I've got to work it out for myself. So I'm going to do it over here out the way. 100% plus 12% equals 112%. You can skip that if you want to, but it's telling me to divide by 100. So the decimal version is this. I just throw that into my calculator. Okay, put it in the calculator and you get 87.36, and it's a money question. So it's £87.36. Now, this method works without a calculator. It's just more work to do. You would just do your Chinese method or your preferred method for long multiplication, times it by the top, divided by the bottom. It's that simple. All right, so that is your first increase example. We're going to do one more. This time we are going to increase. So the question could look like this. Increase 147 by 2.8%. So I do the 2-tick test. It's increase, brilliant. If it's got the 2-tick test, I know it's original times multiplier equals result. My original is 147. My multiplier needs working out, so I can do it over here this time. 100% plus 2.8% is 102.8. And then I'm starting to take shortcuts and not write out the fraction. I don't necessarily need that. 1.028 is what I multiply by. I put that into my calculator and I get 151 1.16. Now, that is the answer. However, you read the question. It's a question about money, which means 3 decimal places is not okay. I've got to make sure that I give my final answer in 2 decimal places, which is how we represent our money. And that is the final answer. Right, let's look at decrease. Decrease. Let's do 253.2. Just want to show it with a decimal by, let's say, 8%. Just to show you, it doesn't really matter what numbers they put in. You've got to trust your method, have confidence in your method, and it's just going to do it. It's just going to work. That's why we have formulas. They do everything for us. So let's do the 2-tick test. You do this for any percent question. If you get your 2 ticks, your original times multiplier equals result. So there's my 8%, there's the decrease, perfect. So I'm going to write down my formula. Again, we always want to take shortcuts, but don't. If you've written that down, then your eyes continue to let your brain know what it's doing. Really, really important, because the brain can get confused so easily. Okay, so what's my original? My original is 253.2. My multiplier needs working out. It's a decrease, so it's 100% take 8%, which is 92%. So I'm going to move in 2 places. My decimal point is going to end up here. So I'm multiplying by 0.92, check it in the calculator, and I get 232.76 as my final answer. Perfect. Okay. Let's have a look at a natural exam question. So we've got one here. William's salary is £24,000. His salary increases by 4%. Work out William's new salary. Okay, so I've got a percent. I've got the word increase. It's a 2-tick question. So original times multiplier equals result. I have got an original of 24,000 and timesing that by a multiplier that I have to work out. Plus 4% is 104% in 2 places. It's going to be 1.04. I'm going to stick that in my calculator as we're doing it. So 24,000 times 1.04. That is equal, oops, pen's not working, to 24960. Okay. Just move that down so you can see everything. Might help. All right, it is a money question, so make sure that you've got those units showing. And that is basically increasing and decreasing using a multiplier. Okay, I hope that this video has been helpful, and I look forward to helping you with more maths in the future.